I'm Patrick Vernon. I'm the interim chair of Birmingham and Solihull Integrated Care Board. At the meeting, we had a representative from the Care Quality Commission because we have volunteered along with Dorset ICS to participate in a pilot inspection to see whether the concept of ICS around being well led can actually add value to patient services, delivery, and our key work around tackling health inequalities. One of the first items that we discussed at our meeting was the horrific case result of the Lucy Letby and what happened at the Council of Chester Hospital. It raises lots of big issues around care, but more importantly about the freedom to speak up, whether on whistleblowing. So I just want to reassure you that in terms of Birmingham and Solihull, each of our NHS organisations have a freedom to speak up guardian, including ourselves as ICB, and we are looking at ways how we can improve this. Also, we recognise issues around patient safety is a major issue as well, and it's something that we are looking at how we can make this more visible and have more assurance regarding the whole issue as well. I just do want to encourage staff, if you do have any concerns, please do go to your Freedom to Speak Up guardian. They are there to listen, they are there to capture any evidence, and then they are there also to raise that at board level. So I do urge you to consider that. You're probably aware, particularly for residents of Birmingham, that Birmingham City Council, which is one of the biggest local authorities in Europe, is going through a major financial challenge, and we are in regular dialogue and communication with the senior executives as well as the politicians to see how we can work with them, but also to reassure us that the services that we're providing in Birmingham jointly with City Council will still be maintained. So one of the big focuses on our board meeting was really around whole aspects of different issues connected with women's health. So for example, we are in the process of developing the health strategy, which Jo Williams, who's the Chief Executive of the Royal Orthopaedic Hospital, or ROH, will be leading on our behalf. The strategy is also being championed by Councillor Karen Grimshaw from Solihull Local Authority, who chairs the Health Wellbeing Board, as well as being the Deputy Leader of the Council. So it's really great. That strategy is going to be all-encompassing, and we feel that can add value to our current work around tackling health inequalities. We've signed up to developing a strategy around domestic violence as well, which I think is quite important around some of the key challenges facing women in Birmingham and Solihull. We had a fantastic presentation from Dr. Dipi Troitish, consultant paediatrician at Birmingham Women's Children, about infant mortality in Birmingham and Solihull, which is already a priority for us. It's a priority in our health inequality strategy, it's a priority in our 10-year plan. And what Jyoti did was to remind us why this is really important. Too many babies are dying in Birmingham and Solihull, and we see this as a priority, and there's a strong commitment from the NHS, local governments, and the third sector. And I just want to acknowledge those women who have lost their babies, who have been involved in engaging with us to share their lived experiences so we can really tackle this big issue as we move forward. I just want to acknowledge them coming forward, sharing their experiences, because it's very difficult when you've lost a baby and a loved one. So we are really committed to this agenda, and it's something that, as chair, I'll be having a very close watching brief. In terms of our board meetings, and this applies to all our board meetings, we have this balancing act in terms of some of the key decisions that we have to make around access, which is really about delivery. And obviously we've made some real fantastic inroads around delivery. So for example, in terms of elective urgent care and cancer care, we have now been recognised locally by NHS England in the region for doing some fantastic work. Also recognise we have to focus on money, and we signed off a balanced budget moving forward in this financial year, but we've got significant challenges in how we can meet that budget in terms of the additional costs that happen due to industrial action, in terms of our successful recruitment strategies where we're recruiting more people to fill various vacancies, but at the same time we also have to recognise quality, which means that in terms of quality it's a balancing act with money, in terms of having enough staff on wards, having enough staff in primary care as well. We recognise that quality of services, patient safety is important. Having balanced budgets and delivering on capital projects are important, but also is making sure that people have the services that they need. And we are doing our best in a very challenging environment to do this. I just want to reassure everyone, as an NHS system, we are doing our best. We should be proud of what we have, but we also know that we've got a long way to go around tackling some big access issues across Birmingham and Solihull, and we hope that you will join us on this journey to help improve patient care, to improve the quality of services, to recruit the right staff, and to make sure that we have the money to deliver the services that we all deserve.